Wealth Warriors? Welcome to Terry's Tips. Guess what? I purchased my first house at the age of 21 while only making $14 an hour, but this is not about me. In this video, I'm going to give you a step-by-step guide of what I would do today if I was looking to purchase a property. And can I be honest with you? That very first property changed everything for me. It's the very first time I realized the power of looking good on paper, the power of leveraging credit, but more importantly, I was a teen mom. I'm a minority female. I was in foster care. I was in group homes. But God, that very first house changed everything and put me on a fast track to building wealth, to being able to leverage equity, but also to have stability, right? To have a place to call home. So in this video, I'm going to give you guys a step-by-step guide of how you can really purchase a property in the next 3 to 6 months. Write that down because you have a pre-step, and your pre-step is to make a decision. I'm going to purchase a property. This is not about me. This is about breaking generational cycles of poverty and leaving something to my children or my siblings or my godchildren or my family, right? And also a deadline. So your pre-step is a decision and a deadline. When are you going to be a homeowner? And if you're really bold, I challenge you to put the date in the comments that you are going to buy your property. Amen. All right, guys, now to my success tip at the end. So, and real quick nugget right here. Before I started this video, I actually checked some of the stats. According to the Census Bureau, about 73% of Caucasian households are homeowners compared to minorities, specifically African Americans, about 45%. How many of y'all know that success leaves clues? Everybody's not meant to be a self-employed entrepreneur. Everybody's not meant to be a multi-million-dollar investor, but everybody is meant to build wealth. And real estate is still one of the number one ways not only to build wealth, but to transfer wealth. Look, got it good? All right, so step number one, you already have your pre-step, make a decision and have a deadline. Step number one is the house, right? So many of you guys think it's such a big, audacious goal and you're not able to put together a plan because you haven't started at this step number one. So what I recommend you do, right, write down house, is pick 3 zip codes that you would like to live in and make a list of your non-negotiables or your must-haves and your deal breakers, right? Now, I'm telling you to do this for a reason, right? It's because I want you to get an idea of the cost of the property you want to buy, which is actually going to help you then calculate down payment money and your monthly mortgage payment, okay? So what do I say? I said pick 3 zip codes and then a list of your non-negotiables and your deal breakers. So let me give you an example. Maybe if you have 2 kids, then you're like, okay, I'm going to buy a property that has to at least have 3 bedrooms. That's a must-have because I want a bedroom for me, a bedroom for my 2 kids. Maybe you're a single parent like I was, and you're like, the house must have a driveway or it must have parking because I don't want to be walking blocks and blocks and blocks late at night with groceries. Maybe that is a must-have for you. Maybe you're somebody who loves to cook. So maybe you're like, okay, well, I don't care too much about the parking. Maybe you are a younger person. Maybe you are single. Maybe you like to walk everywhere, or maybe you catch public transportation. So you're like, I don't care about the driveway. I don't care about parking, but I love to cook. I'm a gourmet chef. So my property must have 2 bedrooms and a really nice kitchen. Maybe you are a man and you need a man cave, or you work from home and you need a space that's going to be designated for an office. Guys, make a list of your must-haves. These are your non-negotiables, and must have a certain amount of bedrooms. It must have a certain amount of bathrooms. It must have parking or a finished basement or whatever. And then also your deal breakers, right? Like no matter what, it has to have 3 bedrooms. Maybe you have 4 kids and there's a child that is away at college, so you don't really care if it has 5 bedrooms, or maybe you need a spare bedroom. But whatever that is, make a list. And the reason why I'm telling you to do that is because once you pick the zip codes and once you have your non-negotiables, then you're able to search 3-bedroom houses in XYZ zip code, 4-bedroom houses in XYZ zip code. And that's going to give you an idea of the houses you're looking at: 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, 700,000, right? Now, nugget right here, guys, and for all my newbies, I drop nuggets through the entire video. For all my vets, you already know. No house is perfect. No house is perfect. That's why I said make a list of your must-haves and then your deal breakers, but understand that no house is perfect. But I'm just going to say it right here because people always say, well, is it a good time to buy? It's always a good time to buy. period, because rent is always more than what your rent is always more than what your mortgage would be. A mortgage is 30 years, guys. And on top of it, if I'm going to hustle, I'm going to pay a certain amount per month, I'd rather hustle for my own. I'm just going to be honest with you. Real quick nugget right here is I have a property right now that I bought in 2011, right? That mortgage is $1,400 a month, right? $1,400 a month. Well, I actually rent that property out. I've been renting it out for 3 years now, and those tenants pay $2,500. That's the market value of the rent for that size property. I want you guys to compare that. So if they own the property, they will be paying $1,400 a month. But because they are renting the property from me, they're paying $2,500. Me as the owner, I now have the money to pay the mortgage, and I have a profit. That's one of my streams of income, is that I am an investor. So I'm saying this to you because it's always a good time. Don't be scared of the rates. I don't care what's going on in the economy. I'd rather hustle for my last name. And guys, if you get a little bit of a higher rate, it's okay. Do not panic. Get the house, pay your mortgage on time for 12 to 24 months, refinance for a better rate. Got it good? So you're going to, step number one is the actual house. And the biggest reason why you're doing it is you want to gauge how much that house is, how much the cost is, the range. That way you can also kind of dictate the down payment. Guys, 3.5% or 5%, write that down. So 3.5% of a $200,000 house is a lot different than 3.5% of a $500,000 house, or 3.5% of a $700,000 house. Now, why am I saying 3.5% or 5%? This is going to help you calculate your down payment, but do not be scared right here, because I have another step where I'm going to talk about down payment assistance and first-time home buyer grants when I talk about the lenders. So just have an idea. Got it good? All right, step number two is your documents. Do not skip this step. So start gathering your documents now, because in step number one, we talked about a deadline, and everybody who's watching this video should have a deadline at 3 to 6 months, maybe 12 months. The only reason why I say 12 months at the max is maybe you're currently in a lease and you have to wait to get out of it or something of that nature, right? But 3 to 6 months, everybody should be able to do this and end the year as a homeowner. Got it good. I'm gonna speak life to you today, okay? And so gather your documents. So number one is gonna be your taxes. You wanna have at least one, usually 2 years is the best, but at least 1 year of taxes completed. Most mortgage lenders, traditional mortgage lenders, may want 2 years of taxes. You're gonna want at least 3 months of bank statements. So guys, this is your time, this is your pre-step. Gather the documents now. Maybe if you're not ready, you'll end up having to gather some of the things and get more current copies, but I want you to get into the habit of doing this right now. Look at your bank statement. You do not want to have a bunch of overdrafts. You don't want to have a bunch of unexplained cash going in. You don't want to have a bunch of cash app in and out, especially if you're not a business owner. You want your paycheck or your money to come in and your bills to come out. No funny stuff. Look, got it good. That's why I'm telling you to do it ahead of time. 3 to 6 months of bank statements. And then number 3 is your income documents, right? So this is all in step number 2, which is documents, meaning you must have verifiable income. You can be self-employed and have verifiable income. You can have a job and have verifiable income. If you have a job, that looks like your paychecks and your W-2. If you're self-employed, that looks like either your taxes, that can look like also your business bank account. Like some lenders, Nugget right here, the lender matters, write that down. Some lenders will do 12 months of stated income for entrepreneurs if you're self-employed. So make sure you're able to document steady income coming in every single month if you are self-employed, especially if you have not completed your taxes yet, okay? Now, why is this important? For the mortgage lender, they're about to give you $200,000, $300,000, $500,000, $800,000 to buy your property. They need to verify. I didn't even talk about credit yet. They need to verify that you have the income to pay for the property. Nugget right here. People don't go into foreclosure because of their credit. People go into foreclosure because they don't have the money to pay their monthly bills. They don't have the money to pay their mortgage, so they lose their house. So your income documents are critical. Now, I'm telling you to do this now because if you don't have stuff in place, you can just go ahead and get it in place. So step number 2 was your documents. Step number 3, drum roll. You know I was going to say it, credit. Pull your credit, guys. Your goal is to have at least a 620 to 640 for an FHA mortgage, for a traditional first-time home buyer mortgage. I did not say 700. I did not say 800. Some of you are going to pull your credit reports. You're going to be in position right now. I can't tell you how many times I've spoken to people who want to buy properties and I review everything. I'm like, so do you want me to make a phone call? Do you want a mortgage pre-approval today? Guys, know the requirement. So 620 to 640. You do not have to be perfect. You're just trying to be good enough to get your mortgage pre-approval to buy your property, because then 12 to 24 months of paying your mortgage on time is going to skyrocket. Somebody say skyrocket. Skyrocket your credit, okay? So I recommend you must check your FICO credit scores. I'll put the link in the description and in the pinned comments, but you want to check my FICO or credit check total. That will give you your FICO credit scores from all three bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Now guys, if you check your reports, you're already at 620 to 640, you're good to go. Maintain it. If you check your reports and you're not at 620 or 640, it is not the end of the world. Number one, I'm going to link 3 videos, credit repair for beginners, how to increase your credit scores, and the best credit builder accounts that can literally increase your scores for free information the next 3 to 6 months. Or if you need more help, you have 2 other options. You can invest in a credit Jumpstart call with the board certified credit consultant on my team who will give you a customized plan for your specific situations. 1 hour with a credit professional on my team, okay? Or you can invest in Credit Leverage Lifestyle, which is our online education system, the most comprehensive credit education system ever created. It will teach you how to increase your scores, how to do disputes, even how to start building business credit, how to maintain it, how to grow it, all of those things. So it has an online education system, so you can invest in that, and then you'll have that knowledge to carry you for a lifetime, okay? So step number 3 was your credit. Now, step number 4 is your realtor. Guys, you do not just want to look at, go to Zillow and look at houses and then just use their realtor. No, I recommend you guys looking for a realtor and go buy a referral. Like if you have somebody on Facebook or social media that's a realtor and they're constantly promoting and they're constantly active, they're doing home buyer seminars, reach out to them. If you have friends, family members, co-workers, church members who have bought a property, ask them who they use. This is critical because your realtor can make or break the process, right? This can be a great process, this can be a horrible process. So I recommend that you maybe talk to 3 realtors. Don't go to everybody, but have a phone conversation, see their mannerism, see if they specialize in first-time home buyers, and pick your realtor. Now, at this point right here, you're not going to go see houses with the realtor because you have to get your mortgage pre-approval, but I recommend you start having a conversation. In this step right here, Nugget, you guys can even start going to open houses on your own. I recommend it, guys. There's power to actually being in that environment, seeing houses, getting excited about it, staying excited. So go to open houses on your own, pick your realtor, but you're not going to actually have your realtor start looking at properties and sending you properties until you have your mortgage pre-approval, okay? So step number 4 was your realtor. And step number 5 is to get your mortgage pre-approval. And this also includes the lender. Now, Nugget right here. If you need a preferred lender, I have a national brand to help people across the entire USA. I help thousands of people become home buyers. So if you need a referral, guys, comment the word lender and we will send you some referrals. But I recommend you guys, whoever you have your checking or savings account with, if you guys have a credit union, who you currently do business with, if you have a personal loan or if you have an auto loan, guys, just go on their website. So many lenders not only have first-time home buyer mortgages, but they have, what I talk about in the other step, they have down payment assistance. They can tell you about grants. They can give you all of your options. So to pick your lender and get your mortgage pre-approval. And mind you, if you go through all the steps in order, you have your credit, you have your documents, you have an idea of how much you need, so you can actually go get your mortgage pre-approval. And then you go get your house. Guys, when you get a mortgage pre-approval, it's good for like about 60 to 120 days. So now you're going to your realtor and you're saying, hey, I have a mortgage pre-approval for $400,000. That way your realtor can then show you houses in your price range. They're not showing you $500,000, they're not showing you $600,000 because those houses are not in your price range. They're showing you properties that are $400,000 and under, and also within the requirements of what you said. 3 bedrooms, this neighborhood, this school district, must have a finished basement. I don't care if it has a finished basement. Must have a nice kitchen. I don't care if it has a nice kitchen. Must have central air. I don't care if it has a central air. You're going to be able, the more clear, I mean this, y'all, the more clear you are on the property you need, the property you want. And remember, property number 1 is probably not going to be your forever house. You just need to be better better than your current situation. Be a homeowner. Plan to be there for 3 to 5 to 7 to 10 years, and then you upgrade and you sell that where you rent that out. Come on, somebody, but the more clear you are on the property, the better your realtor can assist you. So 5 easy steps: the house, the documents, the credit, the realtor, your mortgage pre-approval. End the year as a homeowner, because it will be one of the best decisions you ever make. And one thing that we don't talk about, but is priceless, is the pride. The pride of home ownership, the pride of showing your family, your friends, and your children, the pride of leading by example, okay? And for my nugget, faith without works is dead. Guys, so many people have dreams and you have goals and you have all these things you want to do. But can I be honest with you? One of the number one reasons why people do not achieve those goals is because they don't execute. I don't care. Manifest, dream, write it down. That's all great, but you have to do the work. I just gave you a blueprint to change your entire life. If you go through these steps literally in order, you will end the year as a homeowner. So you have the information, you have the goal, now do the work and get it done. Amen.